Hi guys, I'm in a beautiful Deepwater Bay in Hong Kong. So Deepwater Bay is here, and over there across that little hill there is Repulse Bay, very famous, big beach. So this is the Hong Kong Rowing Club. I just wanted to say, how are you guys doing? It's been quite a while. And let's take a look at the mega rich people up there. And Li Ka-shing home, you know, the Panama, he owns I think 42 ports in Panama. And that's his home right there, high security area. So now there's a big fight going on, what's going on there. So yeah, so one of the reasons I'm not really vlogging too much is because it's kind of sad living in Hong Kong. I mean, I spent a lot of time in Hong Kong, but the thing is nowadays it's everything, you know, the news you would see here is always positive. And I don't even enjoy watching the news anymore in Hong Kong. Since the security law now, there's a mass exodus of companies, international companies in Hong Kong. And they all pretty much left. In some other countries, the country would pay for them to move their headquarters from Hong Kong back home. So that is the situation. So in Hong Kong, you see these nice, smart, intelligent new office buildings. But unfortunately, they're pretty much empty. Of course, you won't see that in the news, right? And actually, before COVID, I sold all the properties, you know. And people were thinking, oh, you know, why are you selling your property? Why are you selling your house? Why are you selling all these things you invested in? You know, because I just don't, you know, after 2019, you see the big protests and everything. And the CCP's cracking down, and I just don't see, you know, not much is going to happen, because you can see so much things going on in Hong Kong. Like, nobody really wants to stay here, like, happily in a way. But now, the government now, I'm not anti-communist or anti-anything, okay? I'm just telling you what's going on. And I don't think I'll get arrested for this. But the truth is, the government, obviously, the CCP pays them their salary and everything. So everything is mainland China, they say it's great. And we can see people, you know, people, you know, the government people say, oh yeah, China's good. So there's the Greater Bay Area now. And Hong Kong can be, you know, is part of the Greater Bay Area. And the good thing is they're going to make it a 1-hour trip around this Greater Bay Area. So in Hong Kong, you can easily take a bus, drive a car, you know, train, high-speed train to China, you know, to the Guangdong province very easily. But, you know, Hong Kong people listen. So, you know, even the government goes there and recommends, oh yeah, just go eat there and all that. And now the citizens are listening to the government. So everybody's going to mainland China to eat, to have a holiday, have, you know, go for dinner and come back, and that's pretty common. So, you know, it's the government's promoting, you know, the Greater Bay Area, but I don't think they've really thought about, so what the heck's going to happen to Hong Kong? So now there's about 300-400 restaurants closing every month, because who wants to eat in Hong Kong? So Hong Kong is pretty much, for example, is like San Jose and Tijuana. So when you cross the border, just walk across, everything is so cheap, right? It just doesn't, so cheap that it's a third of the price. So of course Hong Kong people would think, oh yeah, that was such a good deal. And the thing is, you know, to put the final nail on the coffin, on the television programs, they're saying, oh well, come to China, you know, so close, it's the best place, you know, it's so cheap, and telling you, I'll go to this restaurant, that restaurant. But you know, everybody's gonna go. So now, you know, in Causeway Bay or big restaurant, you know, trendy places, 8:30, the street is pretty much dead, you know. So yeah, so that's going on. Hey guys, so I'm walking around the beach, pretty peaceful, except for the car traffic. Yeah, so it's really sad seeing Hong Kong like that. So with, comparing like San Diego to, Tijuana. So for example, if you eat a Chinese meal, Chinese restaurant table for 10 people, it will cost probably $1,000 for decent Chinese meal, okay, in Hong Kong. Easily $1,000, okay? And you get seafood and everything like that. But if you go to China, it will cost you $500. So why not we just get on a bullet train for 13 minutes and you're in the middle of Shenzhen, and you just go wherever to eat for half the price, and the portion is going to be big, service is going to be good. And in Hong Kong, used to be hustle bustle, right? You guys probably know that. When you go to a restaurant, like a coffee shop, Chinese style, they'll ask you, oh, how many people? You need to share a table. And they'll ask you, oh, how long are you going to be? It could be 10 minutes, 20 minutes. When you finish, you better get up and get out of the restaurant. There's people waiting for the restaurant. Used to be like that. But when you walk in a restaurant, they ask you how long you're going to sit, you're going to share a table and all that. Who wants to eat in Hong Kong, right? In China, there's no, people, you have the customers, conscious, they care about the customers. But here they care about making money because the rent is just, you can't compare the rent to China. It's so much cheaper. Labor, for example, you pay for 1 month labor in China, it's probably $800 US, $700 US for one month. In Hong Kong, you're gonna pay like at least $1,500 to $2,000. And and nowadays, I love junk food. So I go to my US fast food restaurants, and I'm really pretty happy. Yesterday I had a Whopper, and it might sound, well, gee whiz, you're having a Whopper. But the deal is, I don't think there's any more Burger Kings here, right? Ixtlat, you heard of that from Los Angeles? They closed everything in Ixtlat, right? They have a popcorn place from the years, they closed it. So in Hong Kong, they used to have Jack in the Box, Wendy's, Hardee's. They all went out of business. But how can they do, rent? And now they had the Iron Man in Causeway Bay, that big restaurant. They used to pay $1 million US for the rent. So it went down a lot, like third of the price. But still now, they closed down. They said, oh, well, we're gonna move out of Hong Kong. We're going to Shenzhen. So in Hong Kong, Iron Man, they're gonna move to Shenzhen. So who wants to open a restaurant or open any business in Hong Kong when the rent is crazy, right? So that is, I have to face this kind of thing, this kind of music every day. And it's just, what can I say? I don't want to, to do a vlog and say, oh, well, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to be complaining or whatever, but it's not doing too well. So that's the situation in Hong Kong. And you guys have a new president, so let's not talk about him. Today's not this issue. But I think the tariffs are gonna affect Hong Kong and China too, because as Trump said, Hong Kong is China. China, there's no difference now. So that's the bad thing. So this is just a short video. I just wanted to, show you what's going on, tell you what's going on. I always wanted to keep in touch with you. Because it's just been so dramatic, and you see, what you see in Hong Kong is, all these students who went on a protest in court, how many years facing jail time, blah, blah. You just see all this on the news. Well, we were taking care of the Hong Kong security law is great, blah, 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 blah. Well, I think it's great, so whatever it is, what choice have I got? We got to live here. But when you say, oh, well, why don't I move back to Canada, US? But this is a place, Hong Kong is a place that it's really convenient to live here. You can go to China, right? And you can go to Japan, it's like 3.5 hours. You go to Fukuoka, it's like an hour and a little bit more. You go to Taiwan, it's an hour's flight. A couple hours, 3 hours, you're in Thailand. Indonesia, 5 hours in Bali. So in Asia, you can, it's really convenient for people to live in Asia just to travel around, right? So when I live in North America, it's gonna be a lot more inconvenient to travel outside, of North America. That's what I experienced. So yeah, basically, it's just nothing to, I have nothing to say, put it that way, and you'll see a lot of videos. I'm not anti-China or anti-whatever, but I'm just living the life here, and people now congratulate me that I sold everything because it's dropped down. Some properties dropped to like 40%, 50%. It's just gone straight to hell, because I don't see any investment in Hong Kong. You buy an apartment here for millions of dollars US, and usually you buy it and it'll go up like few years time, 2 or 3 years, it'll go up 30%, 15% at least, right? So you not only don't have to pay the rent, you're making money off the property. But nowadays, if I kept my property, it's dropped at least like 35 to 40%. That's how dramatic it is. And not saying that the interest rate from the bank is crazy now. So I'm just renting a place now, paying rent, and I'm just happy with that. I have no strings attached. I don't have to pay management fee and all that. And same as in Canada, I sold the property in Canada. I don't want to buy a house there anymore because I feel it's not your house anymore, because you have to pay so much utility, you have to pay the property tax, and there's so much money every year you have to pay property tax, and you just feel like it's not worth it. So we just rent a duplex right now, and I'm actually fine with that. Yeah, so later on maybe I'll go to Canada and US, but big tariff war going with Canada and US. It's not good. A lot of friends driving down to the border, vice versa, and they're just giving them a hard time buying groceries and stuff like that. The eggs are gone crazy, right? So prices just gone berserk. But now they catch up with your taxes and charge you duty on your groceries. For example, some guy bought like $200, $250 worth of groceries, and the Canadian officer duty and taxed them, so you end up paying like $600 for everything. And so this is not good, going there. I'm not looking forward to go border shopping. It's gonna be crazy, because I'm just so used to the products in the States. So I don't know what's happening there. But anyway, this is a video telling you, I apologize for not making so much videos. I'll try to make shorts, but I will try to make more videos, just updating what's going on. And I apologize if these videos are not really, uplifting in spirit and all that, but I'm just telling you what it is. What it is what it is. So, what you see is what you get. That's what I'm trying to say. But anyway, take care. I'm gonna go to North America soon, and during springtime, the cold is really bad, especially when you park your car in the street. It's such hell, and the battery dies on you. So I bought one of those Norco battery jump starter, which saved my life. Anyway, take care, guys. Subscribe to my channel, give me a like if possible. And again, my Patrons, thank you so much. I'll try to bring back something to send for you guys. You guys are awesome. You've been sticking with me all this time. So bye, guys. Take care.